Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is New Brighton, and we are still working on our farming. It's still leveling up. We have this new residence over here. I'm thinking that today we may start putting in our new college using the campus DLC. And the reason is we have a huge demand for some college. I think we have something like 2,300 students that could go to college, so we definitely want to get that in. So I think we'll jump into the game and we'll go ahead and put a college campus right in over here. So now I'm just debating on how I want to run the streets. I think I'm going to go with I think we'll go with the 4-lane decorative. And I think we'll come up just by... You know what? Let me just check the terrain over here. And let me just start the game up really quick. And see if anything's going on. Because I did notice there was some power issues. And... yeah, there's definitely some power issues. So I think we might have to address that really quickly first. Let me just check. Yeah, so we definitely, I think we have our budget all the way up. Yeah, we do. So we definitely need to put in a power plant. We were using coal, but I think now we'll go ahead and put in oil. And I'm just wondering if we should move these services. I don't really like them here. They're right in the middle of everybody. Let's go see if we have any areas available. We do. We have one available over here. I'm wondering if we should open that one up. And let's just check on our milestones. I'd like to see what we get in the next milestone. So next milestone is 9,500, but we don't get another area until 15,000. So unless we start putting in some high density, I don't think we're gonna make that very quickly. Although we do have a lot to fill out over here. So I'm thinking we don't need a lot for our college to start. So we don't really need to open this area down here just yet. We do have this area down here open. So we could look at that as a different place to add something. So I'm thinking, why not open this square over here by the railroad? 1, 2, 3. That's where I want to be about. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we purchased this area over here. And I'm thinking maybe just check our natural resources. So yeah, there's nothing too much down here. On this end in here, I want to do the city center. So that's not a big deal. But over here, by these trains and everything, I'm thinking that might be a good place to put in some services. It's kind of by the highway, or even over here by the 2 highways. I can kind of do some kind of on-off ramp over here, or even down in here, and then run it up. So, the college is going to have to wait a little bit till we can get these services moved. So I'm just going to, right now let me just check the electric really quickly again. Because those, yeah, we're right on the border. I noticed they all went out. But if we add residents, we're going to have a problem. Alright, so let's pause the game. Let's come on down in here. Now, we already have a highway ramp over here. So now the question is, do we put one off of here or off of here? And we could also put it down in here somewhere. So now I gotta figure out, I mean, this is pretty close there. So I'm just wondering if we put something maybe off in here or over here. I'm kind of thinking off here might be a good idea. Yeah, let's do something. Over here we might be able to use some of this land for some kind of nature reserve park. I will not be buying the square next to it, but we could maybe terraform this in to make it look, give it a little bit more hills and mountainous kind of area to camp. I think that would be good. I'm still debating because we have this railroad right here. Should I put it over on this side? And I'm gonna need it on both sides. If I do it over here, I could possibly just do it one way, although it'd be more practical to do two. Maybe we will go ahead and put something in here. So I think we'll use, I think the 2-lane should be plenty to do something. And I'm just gonna go straight, just enough to get over the highway. Gonna go right next to it, if it'll allow me. Nope, I might have to leave a little space. So we'll come over to there. I would have liked to have it closer, but we'll do that. And then when we come down here, we're gonna go on a curve. So we're just gonna come out by half, turn it by half. Gotta see that line pop out. Come out by half. Make sure the line pops out. Come down. Okay, this is a little too close. Thought we had a little more space there. I'm just going to take this down straight by about half. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So now I'm going to go to my curve, if it will. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go straight half. So as soon as that line pops up, I'm going to press it. Where's that line? There we go. Keeps wanting to pop over. And then we're going to bring it over and down. And line it up just by there. And then we're going to go straight through. And just come to about right there. So now on this one we're going to do exactly the same thing, but instead of at the half mark, we're going to come up just a little bit more. So here's the half. And then I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That should line up pretty good. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to come down just to where it pops up. Press it. And turn it down right to there. Actually, I want it to come down. I'm going to go again till I see that line pop up. Press it. Turn it. Then I'm going to push it down. And I'm going to let it kind of go to the longest it can go down. And then I'm just going to go and turn it in. And now I'm going to change the direction. There we go. Over here, I'm just going to take the straight out. And by doing it straight, I'm going to make it curve in for right there. So where it turns red, just pop it up a little bit until it turns blue. And that should be good. Alright, so we got that in. And then we're going to take this and we're going to bring it down 12. And then we're going to go over here and just bring this up. There we go. Alright, so we got an on-off exit here. We can actually turn this to a 1 lane if we want, but I think we're good just leaving it alone. When we come over here, I'm wondering if we should keep this raised and just bring this right over this, or should I turn it into a 6 lane from here, which might be more practical. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to my gravel road, make sure it's on straight. I'm going to just draw a line like that to give me a guide. And then I'm going to come over to here and grab a 6 lane and just come right in the middle here. Except it's snapping to the grid, which I don't want it to do. So I'm going to kind of eyeball this from the edge of the square there. And I'm just going to bring it down to about here for now. And then I'm just going to bring these in. Now these are a little bit longer than usual, and I don't like the way that curves. So I'm going to do this on a curve as well. So they both kind of do that same curve like that. That's better. And now I do have to change the direction of that. So I think that's pretty good for there. This shouldn't be too busy right now. So this will just have some of our services down in here. We're going to have to run some electrical power lines pretty far. But for now, it'll be fine. Because then later on, we'll start filling all this in with like a city center and stuff like that. So right now, we do want to bring this road though down and in somewhere over here to connect it. So before we do that, let's go ahead and just run I guess we'll use just one of these industrial roads, and we won't go off of that spot there. We'll come down just a little bit here. I think we'll come to about 3. We'll come in about 2. And we'll just bring it into here for now. So that'll just be for services. I'm going to come off of here just a little bit. Want to make sure that's straight. And I think I'm going to put my water down in here. That is not... Is that right? I think it's right. But we're going to run our water down here too. So we're going to put the water and the power plants down in here. So let's go ahead and relocate those. We're doing fine with money, so I'm not too worried. The only thing we can't move are these dumps. What I might do is I might cheat and use the collapse from the natural disasters. That is cheating, I know. But if I don't, they'll be here and they're kind of ugly and polluting our land over here, so I really don't want that. So let's go ahead and relocate this and this. And then we have actually 3 of these coal power plants. I'm wondering, because we have the money, to delete 2 of these, or not, maybe all 3, and just put in 2 oil. Let's just check out. Alright, so with this, let me get back. With this, pollution 50, I am in the wrong section. There we go. So that gives us 120. Why do I keep doing that? And that only gives us 40. So yeah, 2 of these between the maintenance and stuff, I think we're just going to delete these guys. And we're just going to get 2 oil power plants. And they are pricey. And it will take our budget down to really low. But in the long run, I think it's better. So let's go ahead and put in 1 and 2. Alright, so that's that. Let's see our garbage. We do now have an incinerator plant. So I think that's another thing we're going to go ahead and invest in. And I think what we'll do is, I think we're going to run another road. So let's do that. We need a little bit more space. So I think we'll just run that right to here. And over. And I think we'll go ahead and pop in, I guess, 2 incinerator plants. And yeah, there goes our budget. So I'm going to turn this clock back on. I'm not going to turn it back on. What am I doing? We're going to go ahead and run this water first. So let's go to right here. And we're going to run this straight. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can actually see. Where is 90? Then I'm going to come here and there. Alright, so our sewage is connected. And now we have to run these power lines straight down. That railroad is up there. Let's see, where's our closest point? I guess this water would be the closest. And I'm sorry if I'm running the camera really quickly through. I apologize. There we go. Alright, so we have our power, we have our water, and now we can go ahead and turn this on 3-speed. And let's see where we need to connect this. That should work. There we go. And now I'm just waiting for the electric panel to go up to see how far we increased it. Our electric should go up. Let's delete this. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to go into natural disasters. I'm going to use the collapse button here. And I'm going to collapse that. And that. So now we're just going to go ahead and delete it. Alright, so there we go. So we got rid of that mess. I need to put water to these guys over here. Now I want to run this straight, so I want to make sure it's completely straight. And I guess off of here we'll run the 460. Trying to do this straight. That should be good for now. And let's go ahead and turn that back on. Alright, so let's see our water and our electricity. Okay, our electricity is now up to 240, and we can definitely turn it down quite a bit. We didn't need 2 power plants, but we did. We need the power because if we put in a coal, that would defeat the purpose. I could have probably left 1 coal power plant and 1 oil, but now we're pretty much set for a while. So now I could just go in and turn down the budget on the electric. So that's what I decided to do instead. I think we'll go down to 70 and see what that gives us. Let's go ahead and check that out. That brings us to 122, so we need more. So yeah, we're gonna need to go up to about 85. Let's go to 85. There we go, perfect. Alright, so that should be good for there. And let's go ahead and go in and fill in some of these residents. And we'll go from there. I think I'm gonna leave this. We obviously don't need that one. We'll fill in this one. I'll take off that one. And we'll continue to fill in some more. And we're also gonna check out some commercial down in here. So I think what we'll do is we'll use the fill. And I think off this parkway here, you know what, it's fine if we put some here, because we don't have a lot of people coming this way. Most of them are going to the industrial area, so having them come through here is fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can get this electric to spread over this way, but I actually want to take that off as well as this little corner there. And I think the electric is fine. It looks okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill in some more. I think I might take this off, because we can definitely put in a walking path through there. And we'll fill in the rest here. Alright, so there we go with that. That's looking good. Our demands are going down a little bit. And over in here, let's just take a quick look at traffic. It's reasonable. Nothing too crazy going on. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for the traffic. I'm wondering, I was wondering if we even need them to get back onto the roundabout to get them back onto the parkway. Would it be more convenient to run them right into some of these industrial trucks? Let me just see if I did a shortcut for them, if it would actually help. Let's just do something like that and see if that helps them to bypass the roundabout. Well, that guy just did it. Alright, so now they're starting to use it. So that's pretty good. That'll help keep some of the traffic off the roundabout itself. So sometimes little tricks like that will work better. So this way it kind of keeps this clean. And since you got a lot of these guys turning back onto the parkway anyway, that kind of helps it out a lot. This is red, but I think it's only red due to the fact that we have quite a bit. I'm wondering if we should do this as a 2-lane. Upgrade it. Let's see. Let's see how that is. Well, immediately after you do it, it's going to be green, because it hasn't been traveled on, because it's new. Man, it looks pretty good. You got a lot of people coming off and in here. just gonna come down and take these guys out because they're gonna go out anyway. I'm gonna come back over to here, and I know I promised the college campus, but that's gonna take a whole nother episode. So I think for the time being, we'll just focus on bringing this road down and giving this a nice setup over here, and then we'll go from there. I think the next episode we will absolutely get to that college because it is necessary. I'm wondering how far high should I go with this? Maybe about there. I think that's good. And then we'll bring that. We'll just cut this off a second. And we'll connect this up. And then we'll come to this side. Come out by 12. And then we'll run a road coming into here. So, should we come into there or should we come into this industrial area here? I mean, this is not getting traveled on right now. But when we do open up this area, it might be good to run this into a 6-lane. And then this will be a 4-lane. And then off of this 6-lane, I can come down if I want to do more industrial down here, as well as shipping. So that might work out better. So let's just make this more interesting. We'll take this down. We'll curve it a little. And then we'll come across here. Let's just take a look and make sure it looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. And then we'll curve it just a little bit there. Maybe come up to here. Like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. So now, yeah, our garbage wasn't getting through, obviously, because we had it running and now our garbage can go and get through. Let's go ahead and make sure no lights accumulated. So we'll do that. There we go. And I think over here, where we did run off, there we go. Let's shut that off. So now this also gives our citizens a way out of the city other than using the parkway. It's a pretty fast road once they get going on it. And if we do any forestry over in this area, we'll also have access to this 6-lane to bring us right into the parkway over here. And I did forget one thing, and I got off ramps over here and never put them on here to get on. So that's going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and let's see, can we run an exit right behind these guys? We can. There we go. And we'll take this 45 degree. We'll come up a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we snuck a road back in here, and it works. So, that's fine. And then we have this going on. So I think we're good. We need some fire and police over here, obviously, but we are making a really good budget. We made all that money back. So I think we will give them... Let's come off the main road here. I think that'll be better. We'll put a police station and a fire station right in here, and they'll be able to head out and do what they need to do. There we go. I don't know where he's going. He's getting on the parkway. Well, that guy just took off. Oh well. Must be crime on the parkway there. Let's come down over to here. We're still having some garbage pickup issues. At these industrial main houses, I always seem to have garbage issues with them. But he's getting it picked up now, so he's good to go. So now we have all this new setup. These guys need some water and some power. So let's go ahead and give that to them. I think we'll come over here. Let's see. Where was I here? This was the 460, I think. I think I'm going to continue to do that. And then down in here was 460. I believe here. But it's got to connect to here first. And then come through. That might have been 480 over here. So I'm just going to fix that. I'm very crazy when it comes to this. I don't know why, but I like to have the water run perfectly. I don't know why. There we go. So now we just need electric, which we can just probably sneak, maybe. Maybe? I don't think so. Alright, we'll just have to go across the street here. Oh no, I think it did catch. Look at that. It did catch. Perfect. Alright, so that's good. So, yeah, I don't know how long this episode's been running, but it feels like it's been running for a little bit. I think we got a lot accomplished. We did move these services way out of the way. So that's nice. It cleared up the land really nicely over here. We definitely have demand for all three. We have it for residence, commercial, and industrial. We definitely need to put in a college. I will show you how desperate we are. So we're up to 2661, 66. So we definitely have to put a college in the next episode. So, if you like my content and you'd like to see more content just like this, please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.